everyone. Welcome to Geylang Virtual CC. My name is Pamela, and I'll be guiding you in a 45-minute yoga flow this afternoon. Okay, so before we get started, just stand by your usual props. A towel would be great to cushion your knees with if you have sensitive knees, and also be great to be used as a strap. Okay, if you need that in certain forward folds or even hamstring poses. And good to have also 2 blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks at home, you could always find thick books or even water bottles of roughly the same height. Okay, so just remember to pace yourself over the next 45 minutes. Do what you can. It will be a multi-level practice, so options will be given along the way. Just remember to breathe normally through your nose at all times and rest in child's pose if you need to. Okay, so let's get started by lying down on your back. Okay, you're going to be starting in a supine butterfly. So you're going to be bringing the soles of your feet together to touch. Okay, so if you have blocks at home, you can even choose to take a more supported butterfly pose by just propping your knees up with blocks like that. So you can probably use the second height or the lowest height. Let's see what works for you. Take your time to adjust here. Find a comfortable sweet spot. And start bringing the heels, if you can, closer to your groin area. Press the little toes down into the floor. Press your heels together. And just relax your hands on the mat beside your body. Softly close your eyes. Softening the space between your eyebrows and relaxing your jaw. Start to turn your awareness inwards. And just take the next minute or so to center yourself. Can you bring the awareness to your breath that's flowing in and out through your nose? And just observe how your belly expands and your chest rises as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, your belly deflates and your chest softens. Keeping your breath smooth and gentle. And maybe just practicing same count breathing here. So perhaps 5 or 6 seconds to inhale and the same amount of time to exhale. And also try our very best to just let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Couple more rounds here with eyes still closed. On your next inhalation, blink open your eyes very slowly. Bring your knees together from here. Straightening the left leg down to the floor. Hug the right knee to your chest now. Okay, so fingers are interlaced around your right shin. Nice, shoulders down on the mat and keep your collarbones broad. Next, now with your left leg that's extended down to the floor, you can either flex it like I'm doing so, maybe point or floin. Okay, just keep your foot active. Spreading your toes, knee to your chest, hold. Nice, now start to take the right knee out towards your right side. Okay, so moving the knee closer to your right armpit. Again, still hug the knee to your armpit, shoulders down. Nice, and hips remain level. Nice, and to your half happy baby. Sole of your right foot facing upwards. If you can, you're going to hold a little toe side of your right foot. If you can't reach, you can always grab hold of your ankle or calf or even press the back of your right thigh down. So the right knee kind of forms like a 90-degree angle here. If you wish, your left palm could also be on top of your left thigh bone. So push that left thigh bone down gently, keeping your hips level as you start to draw that right knee down towards the mat. Okay, so note that the knee is at the side of your waist. Okay, you're not pressing the knee into your chest. Nice, now bend your left knee. Cross right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your foot. Bring that left thigh close to your chest as you take the right hand through the gap between the legs, hugging your left thigh, left shin, or maybe even the back of your left thigh. So just you draw that left knee closer to your chest. Try to keep your right thigh away. Okay, so you're moving that right hip away from you. Right knee. Okay, left thigh closer. Can you spread your right toes? Flex your foot, okay, to protect your right kneecap. Pull. Nice. Now uncross your legs. Nice and easy. Straighten your right leg down to the floor and hug the left knee to your chest first. So fingers around the shin. Again, right foot active. Point, flying or flex. Nice. Now moving that left knee slightly towards your left armpit, more to the side. And half happy baby. So if your foot facing upwards, again, hold little toes out of your foot and draw that left knee down. Okay, so your right palm could be on top of your right thigh bone. Just keep your right hip level. And as you pull your left knee downwards, if you can do a little bit more, just think about resisting this pull of your knee down. So you're pushing your left foot into your left palm upwards. Nice. Now bend your right knee. Cross left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex your foot. Bring your right thigh close to your chest and take the left hand through the gap between the legs, hugging your right shin. Okay, so as you hug that right shin closer, you want to keep that external rotation of your left hip. Okay, so moving left thigh away from your body. Left foot flex, spread your toes. Nice, and uncross your legs. Hug both your knees into your chest. Okay, so two ways to come up to a seat. You can either roll over to one side, push yourself up, or rock back and forth, come up to a nice, comfortable seat. Once you're up and seated, start to walk your right hand out towards your right side. Okay, seated side bend. Stretch your left arm overhead. Okay, so reaching through your left fingertips. Nice. Either stay here or maybe start to soften your right elbow and perhaps lower your right forearm down to the floor. Okay, so lengthening the left side of your body more. Roll that left shoulder back. Left hip stays even. Breathe. Nice. Now inhale back up to center. Other side. Walk the left hand out to the left now as you stretch your right arm overhead. Again, reaching through your right fingertips. Lengthen. Maybe lower your left forearm down to the mat completely. Okay, so if this is not accessible, just stay here. Right hip stays down. Breathe. Nice. Now inhale, come back up to center. Come onto your hands and knees, tabletop position. Okay, so you're on all fours now as you stack shoulders on top of your wrists, knees in line with your hips. Spread the fingers wide comfortably with index fingers pointing forward. Balancing tabletop. Okay, can you start to just straighten your right leg to the back first? Okay, so staying on your tippy toes. If you want to, try to tuck your left toes, might be a little bit more stable that way. And maybe even pat your left knee, like what I'm doing so. Can you keep your hips square as you start to lift your right leg up? Okay, so I'm not turning the hips open towards your right side. Reach your left hand forward, opposite hand, opposite leg. Take an inhale now as you lengthen. Exhale, we're going to crunch. Curl the right knee in to touch your left elbow. Okay, so round your back like you would in cat pose. Inhale, straighten. Just two more. Exhale, again, knee to elbow round. Press the floor away with your right palm. Last set. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Curl the knee into your left elbow. Okay, just try to lift the right shin away from the mat more. Round your back. Now inhale, lengthen. We're going to switch it up. Can you bring your right heel to your bum? Stretch your left hand back. If you can, hold on to the little toe side of your foot. Okay, so take your time. Start to lift your right thigh and kick your right foot back into your left palm. Okay, so you can look forward. Collarbones broad. Now notice if your right knee is flaring out towards the right side, can you hug that right thigh bone in towards the midline? Okay, so knee and hip in line. Kick the foot back more. Chest. Nice. Okay, chest moving forward. Hold. And gently release. Straighten your right leg back. Stretch your left hand forward. Exhale, release. Left palm, right knee, back down to the mat. Okay, so same thing on the other side. So I'm going to move the towel to the right knee now. Straighten your left leg to the back. Okay, so just stay here. Okay, notice again, hips are squared at this point. Keep them square as you start to lift your left leg. Stretch your right hand forward. Again, take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, curl. Left knee to right elbow crunch. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last set, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow, round your back. Inhale, lengthen again. Switching it up. Bring your left heel to your bum. Reach your right hand back slowly. And hold that little toe side of your foot. Start to lift your left thigh. Kick your left foot back into your right palm. Nice, and squeeze that left thigh bone in energetically towards the midline. So feel as though you're squeezing a block between your thighs. Nice, chest forward, broaden through your collarbones and hold. Nice, now re-straighten your left leg to the back. Stretch right hand forward and release right palm, left knee back down to the mat. From tabletop, plank, high push-up. Okay, so I just like to start in plank so we kind of get that distance for your down dog. Okay, so in plank pose, again, fingers you spread wide. Push the floor away, keep your upper back broad. Nice, and lift your hips up as you find your first inverted V. You can either stay in stillness here in down dog or maybe move in any way that you like. Perhaps bending your knees. Nice, okay, as you press your heel down into the floor, just warming up your calves and hamstrings. Could also be lifting both your heels and lower them down to your right. Come back to center and heels to the left. So those with tighter hamstrings, remember, just bend your knees. Keep the heels off the mat so you can lengthen through your spine more rather than round in down dog. Find stillness if you haven't done so. Nice. On your next inhale, lifting right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, look forward. Step your right foot softly forward between your palms. Lower your left knee down to the mat or cushion your left knee at this point with a towel, lifting your chest up on your inhale. Anjaneyasana. So option 1, you can stay here, hands pressing into your right thigh as you lift your chest. Option 2, stretch both your arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, so hips squaring forward. Lengthen upper body upwards as lower body starts to ground. Hug inner thighs together, breathe. As I release your hands down to the floor. Half split. Straighten your right leg. Okay, so keep your left thigh vertical. Flex your front foot. Again, if your hands don't quite touch the mat, take your blocks, place them on either side of your right leg. It could be the lowest, middle height, tallest height. Nice, take an inhale here as you lengthen. Exhale, tipping forward from your hips, fold. Again, think about reaching chest forwards, maybe belly to your thigh, maybe forehead to your shin, if it's available. Okay, so again, active right foot, drive the right heel down, breathe. Nice, now inhale, look forward halfway. Rebend your knee to ground your foot. Okay, place the blocks aside for now. Shift your right foot just a tiny bit towards your right side, maybe 1 inch. Lift your left knee and ground your back foot. Okay, so keep your back foot flat. Right knee is going to be pointing forward. Don't move your leg. Just walk both your hands towards the top left corner of the mat. Down dog lunge. Okay, so you think about moving your right thigh away from the side of your waist. Okay, so the knee is not moving along with your upper body. Stretch like you would in a down dog. Press the floor away through all 10 finger pads. Nice, and ground down evenly on your feet as you drag the mat together energetically. Or drag the feet together energetically. Nice, now walk your hands back towards the center of the mat slowly. My bad, sorry. Okay, so hands will be framing your right foot now. Can you lower your left knee down to the floor? Bring your right hand to your right hip first. Okay, taking this into your easy side plank. Again, if you need, please place a towel underneath your left knee. Spinning that left foot out towards the left side edge of the mat. So it forms a kickstand. Step your right foot towards the back edge of the mat. So just try to line up your left wrist with left knee and right foot. Keeping that left wrist a little bit in front of your left shoulder. Stretch your right hand up. Okay, so easiest variation of side plank. Adding on from here, start to float that right leg. Nice, okay, so keep the foot active. Again, option 1, you could stay here, just lift the leg. Option 2, bend your right knee, reach your right hand back, hold on to your foot or ankle. Now you're going to point your right knee towards the back edge of the mat and start to kick your right foot away from your bum. So notice this is very similar to what we did earlier in that tabletop position. Kicking the foot back, draw right shoulder away from here. Nice, draw shoulder blades closer together. Still keeping the ribs and belly in whole. Nice, and slowly re-straighten your right leg back to like a modified half moon. Lower your right foot down, lower your right hand down, plank, okay? So step your left leg back, high push-up. Once you're back in plank, lower the knees down to the floor, gently lower your whole body all the way down. Again, so lower down with control, don't flop down. Shifting the chest forward, start to bend your elbows, lower down. Point your toes back, inhale, let's come up into a baby cobra first. So hug elbows in, press down to your thighs, chest moving forward, shoulders away from ears. Nice, and lift your hips back up, downward facing dog. So there was one round on your right side. Again, hips are high in your down dog. Spread the fingers wide, catch your breath. Nice, now inhale, let's do the left, lifting the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, look forward, step the left foot softly to the front. Lower your right knee down to the mat or towel if you need. Anjaneyasana, lifting the chest up on your inhale. Okay, so again, maybe spend a bit of time here, ease yourself into that pose. Hands could be on your left thigh. Maybe stretching both your arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, so squeeze in the thighs, descend your hips. Keep the size of your waist really long here as you reach up. Exhale, hands on the floor, half split, straighten left leg, shift your hips back. Okay, so again, adjust right knee, right hip in line, flex your left foot, square off your hips. Okay, so square hips mean both your hip bones will be facing forward evenly. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. So folding towards your left toes. If you can belly to your thigh, maybe forward to your shin. Just do what you can. Okay, breathe. Inhale, look forward halfway. Rebend your knee to ground your foot. Down dog lunge. Shift the left foot slightly to your left. Lift your right knee to ground your back foot. Okay, holding again the shape of your legs, just walk both your hands towards the top right corner of the mat. Again, so press down through all 10 finger pads. Squeeze your left hip towards your right foot energetically. Again, so your knee is in line with your second toe pointing to the front, not moving along with your upper body. Walk your hands back towards the center of the floor, center of the mat. Okay, once you're here, lower the right knee back down to the floor. Left hand to left hip. Turn your right foot out towards the right side edge of the mat. Take your time, step your left foot towards the back edge of the mat. Okay, so get right knee in line with right hip. Spread right fingers wide, body facing the left. Stretch your left hand up. Easy side plank. Take your time now, start to lift your left leg. Nice, stay here, option, or take Japasana. Okay, so you could also bring that knee to your chest and reach your hand back. Okay, so two ways to get into this pose. Now, pointing that left knee backwards, kick your left foot into your palm. Okay, so again, you think about that nice C shape or U shape with your upper back now. Draw shoulder blades closer together, pause. Nice, now re-straighten your left leg back to modified half moon. Lower your left foot down, lower your left palm down, plank. Straighten your right leg, high push up. Nice, now from plank, same thing, knees down to the floor. Slowly lower your body all the way down, okay? So lower down with control, point your toes back. Option now to come up into a higher cobra. Okay, so higher from what we did in the first round. Shoulders away from ears, inhale to lift. Okay, so you're here again, just make sure you're not shrugging, not hunching. Draw shoulders back, head of your shoulders back, chest forward, press down to your thighs. And with your hands, you can just think about pushing the floor away and drag your hands back energetically. Lift your hips, downward facing dog, go back. Okay, so coming back to your inverted V. Checking with your breath. Nice, and maybe again, just practicing the same count, breathing like what you did at the start. Moving along, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Okay, taking this into a scorpion tail. So you're going to start to bend your right knee as you turn your hips towards your right side. Okay, so try to think about squeezing heel to bum. Shoulders are level. Nice, and lift that right knee a little bit higher. Exhale, square off your hips. Bring the knee to your forehead or nose now. Okay, so this is a little bit of forward. So as you bring your knee forward, you want to be stacking shoulders on top of wrists like plank, rounding your back, lifting the right shin away from the mat. Step your right foot forward softly between your palms. Maintaining this distance between your legs, just straighten your right leg. Okay, so pyramid pose variation. Again, you might need your 2 blocks here. So you can place them on either side of your right leg. Right leg straight. Square off your hips. Nice. So left hip forward. Back heel can stay lifted for this variation. And again, you want to flex that front foot. Okay, flexing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. So folding over your right leg, bringing the crown of the head forward. Maybe belly to your thigh for some of you. Okay, so you stay here, strong legs. You want to feel as though you want to crumple the mat between your feet now. Inhale, look forward halfway. Rebend your knee to ground your foot, warrior 2. Slowly, so back foot flat. So keeping your back foot about parallel to the back edge of the mat. Push down through your feet as you windmill your arms up. Come on. So once you're upright, if you need to, go wider with your feet. Sorry, throat's feeling a little bit itchy. Okay, so go wider with your feet. Bend your right knee and just try to line up your right heel with the arch of your back foot. Straight arms here. If you can, keep that right knee to a square. So knee on top of ankle. Too much for your knee, soften that bend. Nice. Okay, looking past your right fingers. Let's reverse. Flip the right palm up, inhale. And exhale, sweep your right arm overhead. Reach it back. Okay, so left hand remains light on your left leg. Stretch your right fingers. Maybe looking upwards, forwards, or down. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Nice, now straighten your right leg. Triangle. You can shorten the distance slightly between your feet first. So I like to left toe, heel toe the foot in once. Start to reach your right hand forward like you want to grab something in front. Reach forward and lower your hand down to your ankle. It could be your shin a little bit higher, or you could be touching the mat lightly with your fingers. Okay, so fingertips, maybe like that. Any variation. Just making sure you're not collapsing in triangle. Nice. Okay, so feel lifted. Lengthen the right side of your waist as you keep your right leg strong. Don't hyperextend. Maybe looking upwards. Nice. Now rebend your right knee like you would to a warrior 2 as you rise back up. Hands to hips. Turn your right foot towards the left side edge of the mat. From parallel feet, can we now bring the heels inwards? Okay, so your toes will be turning out about 45 degrees to the front. Bend your knees. Find your goddess squat. Again, so thigh bones are wide. Knees on top of ankles. Sit the hips a little bit lower. Nice. Now, option 1, again, if you're new to this, maybe for today, just keep your hands on your thighs. Option 2, if you've done this many times with me before, can you cactus your hands? Cross your right arm on top of your left. If you have tighter shoulders, you could perhaps stay here, just hold opposite shoulders. Or take a single bind or double bind. Okay, lifting your elbows up slightly. Nice. Hands away from your face. Shoulders down. Still keeping tailbone lengthening downwards as you hug your ribs in and belly in. We're going to hold here for 3. For 2. And for 1. Release. Hands to your hips. High lunge facing the front. Okay, so start to turn your right foot forward. Left leg, you're going to pivot onto the ball of your left foot as you lift your heel up. You got that? Okay, so feet remains hip width, so do any necessary adjustments. Hips squaring forward. Reach both your arms up towards the ceiling. Nice. Okay, so likewise, again, if you can, bend that right knee to a square. Power through that left leg. As you stretch your arms up, interlace the fingers now. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Like you want to push the ceiling away from you. Stretch out through your arms. Now, option 1, stay here. To add in a little bit of a back bend. Think about lifting chest forwards and upwards as you stretch back. Okay, so back bending again. You don't want to be dumping weight in that lower back. Feel that back bend more in your mid back, upper back as you keep the core engaged. So ribs in, belly in, hold. Nice. Now inhale back to center. Release your hands down to the floor. Lower your left knee down to the mat. Again, pat your left knee if you need. We're going to be here for a while. Shifting the right foot slightly to your right side. Nice. Start to bend your left knee. So bring the heel to your bum. Reach your right hand back. Holding on to the little toe side of your foot. Okay, so start to draw the heel closer to your bum. Nice. Okay, so even touching it if you can. So front shin remains vertical. Knee is in line with your second toe. Nice. Option 1, stay here. You're on your left palm. Option 2, maybe lower down to your left forearm. Again, just options. You could always stay a little bit higher. Wherever you are, again, just think about hugging right heel towards your left knee. As you turn a little bit towards your right side, curl that right shoulder back. Gently release, straighten your left leg. Place both hands back onto the floor. Look to the front. Left leg, you're going to lift your knee and step left foot softly outside of your left hand as we find Balasana, your yogi squat. Okay, so you should be facing the top edge of the mat. I'm just going to turn around to face you. Yeah, okay, so take your time. Again, if you need to ease into the pose, you could just move side to side. If this is not comfortable for you, please take your blocks, sit on a block instead. Palms together. Push your thigh bones out to the side. Holding your Malasana, let's start to work into split hands and then into a bind. Reaching your right hand out towards your right side. Stretch your left hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, so right arm is pressing your right thigh away. Option 1, remain here. 2, left hand, internally rotate that left shoulder as you bring your hand around your back. Option 3, same thing, your right shoulder internally rotate as you wrap your right arm around your right shin. Okay, so you could be holding on to your left wrist, fingers, or use a towel or a strap. Okay, so let me just turn around so that you can see what's going on with my hands behind. Okay, so either again, left wrist, fingers. If your hands don't quite touch, just hold a towel or strap with your left hand and pass it to your right hand this way. Okay, so maybe even looking past your left shoulder. Those in the bind, release your bind, split your hands. Hands back to heart center prayer. From Balasana, again, so still facing the top edge of the mat, just gently lower your bum down to the floor. Walk your feet forward slightly. With your feet about hip width and parallel to each other, reverse tabletop. Okay, placing your hands on the mat behind your back with fingers pointing forward. Grip the mat, push out through your feet, push the floor with your hands, start to lift your hips. Okay, so using your mindset, try to stack your knees on top of your ankles, shoulders on top of your wrists, grip the mat, again, claw the mat. You can keep your head up or drop it back gently. See what works for you. Again, like you have a block between your thighs, squeeze that imaginary block, breathe here. Nice, and lower your bum down to the floor, slowly. Nice, can you now straighten your left leg forward? With your right ankle, bring that right, with your right foot, not right ankle, bring that right foot against your left inner thigh now. Okay, Janu Sasasana. So your right knee is out towards your right side. Square hips to the front. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Okay, so some of you might be able to grab hold of your left foot. Cannot reach, you could be holding onto your ankle, calf, or again, a towel or strap is super handy now. You could loop it around your left foot this way and stay. Again, so you're not shrugging, not rounding. Just keep the spine nice and long. And at your own time, you start to tip forward more. Forward, forward. Chest towards your toes. Nice, and try to keep your left foot flexed. Breathe here. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release. Lower your hands back down to the floor. Lift your right knee and cross your right foot outside of your left knee. Okay, so keeping your right foot flat, right hip down, sit up taller. Inhale, stretch your left hand upwards. Exhale, you're going to twist towards your right. So as you twist towards your right, option to just hug that right knee with your left elbow, stay. Option 2, left elbow hooks outside of your right thigh. Okay, so your right fingers could be on the mat now, behind your back. Sit up a little bit taller with every inhale. And with every exhale, maybe twist a bit more without overdoing it. Again, so please take care. Ribs in, belly in. Perhaps looking past your right shoulder. Nice. Now gently release your twist. Look forward. Okay, cross at your ankles now. Okay, so from this shape of your legs, you're going to cross at your ankles this way. Slowly rock forward. Step back. Plank. Hope you got that transition. Okay, so come back to a plank pose. Nice, now from your plank, knees down to the floor. Just lower the whole body all the way down. Okay, so I'm doing a modified vinyasa. Point your toes back, hands on the mat next to your chest, shoulders away from ears. Inhale, slowly lift. Get hug elbows inwards, chest moving forwards and up. Press onto your thighs and lift your hips back. Downward facing dog, go back. Nice, just pausing for a couple of breaths in down dog. And keep your upper arms externally rotated. Press the floor away. Lift the sitting bones higher. Nice. Now left side. Let's complete this sequence on your left. Inhale, lifting left leg upwards. Scorpion tail, bend your knee. Turn the hips towards your left. Squeeze left heel to bum. Level the shoulders. Breathe. Nice. Now square off your hips, knee to forehead or nose. Curl the knee in. Again, if you can, you want to bring about lifting. Step the left foot forward softly between your hands. Keep the distance between your legs. Start to straighten your left leg. All right, again, use your blocks if need be. Square your hips, left hip back. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's fold. Fold forwards, folding towards your left toes. So drive your left heel down into the mat. Hug inner thighs together. Okay, so again, strong left leg, don't hyperextend it. Inhale, look forward halfway. Rebend your knee to ground your foot. Warrior two. Right foot flat. Push down through your feet. Rise up. Okay, so again, you don't have to move. I'm just going to turn around so you could see my front view. All right, so warrior two. Ankles again below your wrist. Bend that front knee. Right leg straight. Press down to the outer edge of your right foot and just softly gaze at your left fingers. Let's reverse. Flip left arm up, inhale. Exhale, sweep your left arm overhead. Reach it back. Again, so right hand is light on your right leg. Stretch through your fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Trikonasana. Shorten the distance slightly between your legs. Start to reach your left hand forward. Again, like you want to grab something in front. Reach and lengthen. Lower again. Your hand could be resting on the floor lightly. Could be ankle. Could be shin. Or it could also be on a block. Stretch your right hand up. Okay, so again, don't collapse. Left side of your waist, again, you're going to revolve it under and up. Nice. Now rebend your left knee like you would to a warrior two. Rise back up. Hands to hips. Turn your left foot towards the long side edge of the mat. Turn your heels in, finding your goddess. Finding your goddess. So turn your toes out, bend your knees, and come to a nice goddess squat. Take your time again. So try to stack knees on top of ankles and knees in line with your second toes. Option, stay here. Again, hands could rest on your thigh. Option two, cactus your arms. Take eagle hands. Cross left hand on top of your right. Either hold shoulders, take a single bind, or double bind. Gently lift your elbows up slightly with hands away from your face. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. If you can, sit the hips in lower. And hold here for three. Again, nice steady breath for two. And for one. Release your hands to your hips, slowly transitioning to high lunge. So start to turn your left foot forward. So at the same time, you want to spin that right heel up. Okay, shifting that left foot as necessary towards your left. So you keep your feet hip width. Okay, hip bone squaring forward. Take your time, stretch both your arms up towards the ceiling. Again, steady gaze, steady breath. Can you now interlace your fingers and flip your palms upwards? So stretch up through your arms, shoulders down, look to the front, hug inner thighs together. Option one, stay. Option two, back bend time. Again, start to lift your chest forwards and upwards, stretch back. It doesn't have to be a super deep back bend. Just be a gentle one like that. Again, as you keep ribs in, belly in, think about lifting again from your chest up. Breathe. Come back to center. Exhale, release. Hands down to the floor. Lower your right knee down to the mat. Again, grab your towel or any other kind of knee support if you need. Shift that left foot slightly to your left. Thigh stretch. Bend your right knee as you bring your heel to your bum. Stretch left hand back. Hold on to the little toe side of your foot. Okay, can you draw your heel closer to your body? Perhaps touching it. Okay. Curl that left shoulder back. Big stretch on that front part of your right leg. Nice. Either stay here. Again, you're high on your right hand. Option two, maybe lower down to your right forearm. Again, just options for everyone. Just take the necessary option. Nice. Now re-straighten your right leg slowly. Come back up onto your palms, hands on the mat. Look to the front, Malasana. You're going to step your right foot forward softly. Yogi squat. So come into your yogi squat, hands to heart center. Again, for those who need, please sit on blocks. Okay, press your palms together. Start to reach your left hand out towards your left side. Stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling. So this is option 1, split hands. Option 2, right hand around your back. Okay, so same internal rotation. Bring the hand around. Left hand does the same thing if you're going for the full bind. Nice, okay, so again, maybe reach for your towel, hold it with your right hand and pass it to your left. Okay, keep that left shoulder away from here. Left arm is resisting left thigh. Maybe looking past your right shoulder. Okay, if you're holding on to your right wrist quite comfortably, maybe try to think about lengthening or more like straightening your right hand towards the floor direction. Release your bind slowly. Split your hands. Hands back to heart center, prayer. Okay, from Balasana, lower your hips down to the floor. Okay, so second round of reverse tabletop. Again, walk your feet forward slightly, keeping them hip width and parallel to each other. Hands on the mat behind your back. With your fingers spread wide, push the floor with your feet and with your palms, start to lift your hips. Okay, so again, squeeze that legs like you have a block between them. Press the floor with your fingers, nice strong hands. Nice, hey, grip the mat. Chest stays lifted. Hold. Okay, so we're holding the pose, not holding your breath. And lower your bum down to the floor. Very nice. Now this time around, you're going to straighten your right leg. Left leg again. So set up the sole of your left foot against your right inner thigh. Janu Sasasana. Square hips to the front. Take an inhale as you lengthen, reach up. Exhale, fold forward slowly. Okay, so if need be, use your towel around your right foot. Okay, nice. Now keep right foot active. Again, think about bringing chest forward. Perhaps belly to your thigh if that's accessible. Shoulders are level. Breathe here. Inhale, rise back up to center slowly. Exhale, release. Lower your hands down to the floor. Lift your left knee. Cross your left foot outside of your right knee now. So keep your left foot flat on the floor. Sit up tall as you stretch your right hand out on your inhale. Exhale, let's twist to the left. So same thing, you could be hugging your left knee. You could be hooking your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Okay, so bring your left fingers to the mat behind your back. All right, okay, so not slouching, again, nice long spine. With an inhale, think about lengthening. Exhale, gently twist from your navel upwards without moving your hips, okay? So left hip still aligned with your right. Nice, up a little bit taller, ribs in, belly in. Nice, now release your twist, look forward. Just like what we did earlier, we're going to transition back to a plank, okay? So again, bend both your knees, cross at your ankles, rock forward, hands on the floor, step back, high, push up. Nice, now from plank pose, knees down to the floor. Gently lower your whole body all the way down. Lie flat on your belly. Point your toes back, feet about hip width. Cobra, shoulders away from ears. Inhale to lift. Slowly. Again, hug elbows inwards. Chest forwards. Nice, shoulders away from ears. Press down actively through your thighs, through the top parts of your feet. Nice, now for this round, we're going to sit back to a child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Okay, so in your child, your knees could be together, your knees could be wider. See what works for you. If your knees are wider, bring your big toes to touch. Nice, as you stretch your hands forward, take a more active child's pose now. So come up to all 10 finger pads. So I'm lifting the forearms and elbows off the mat slightly. With your forehead also slightly lifted, just walk both your hands now towards the right side edge of the mat. Okay, so side bends. As you walk your hands out towards your right, your left hip is still heavy on your left heel. Lengthen the sides of your waist. Left side. Now option 1 to stay here as you keep the shoulders level. Option 2, maybe deepen it by walking the left hand a little bit more towards your right. Okay, so in the eventually your palms will be stacked. Shoulders are level. Breathe. Inhale, back to center slowly. Switch sides. Walk your hands towards the left now. Okay, so again, stretching or lengthening the right side of your waist. Press your right hip back towards your right heel. Push down through all 10 finger pads. Stay here, or maybe walk your right hand a little bit more towards your left and stack your palms. Nice. Now inhale back to center slowly. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Sit upright. Very nice. Now once you're upright, if you can, continue to sit in this kneeling position. If not, take any cross-legged position. Place your right hand over your left knee. Left hand on your lower back. Okay, your seated twist. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently twist towards your left. Okay, so as you twist, your right hand is pressing to your left thigh lightly. Twist, 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 and look, maybe look past your left shoulder or just look towards your left side. Option 1, you could stay here. Okay, let me just turn to the side so you can see. Option 1, stay here. 2, maybe left fingers can come onto the floor. Option 3, half bind. Go to wrap your left hand around the back. Perhaps holding on to your right hip. Okay, so spin that left shoulder back. Sit up a little bit taller, lengthen through your spine. And if you can again, so look past left shoulder. That's an option. Gently release your bind, release your twist, look forward, other side. Left hand over right knee, right hand on your lower back. Again, take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, twist towards your right side. Okay, so spine stays long, again, from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Options stay here. 2, maybe fingers on the floor. 3, take your half bind. Okay, so spin right shoulder back. Collarbones broad, shoulders are level. Maybe looking past right shoulder. Nice. Now gently release your twist. Slowly release your bind. Look forward. Nice. Now once you face the front again, if you can, continue to kneel. If not, again, just sit on the mat. Any comfortable cross-legged position. Very nice. Now from here, let's slowly just close up the practice. Walking again, like what we did earlier. Right hand out towards your right side. Stretch out left arm overhead. Okay, so reaching through your left fingertips. Roll top shoulder back. Maybe looking upwards, maybe lowering the right forearm down to the floor. Nice. Inhale, come back out to center. Other side, walk the left hand out to the left. Now stretch your right arm overhead. Okay, so if you can, straighten the top arm, maybe lower the left forearm down to the floor. Nice, now inhale back to center. Interlacing the fingers behind your back. Okay, so if you can this way, interlace the fingers, press your palms together, shoulders away from ears, keeping your elbows slightly bent to start. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, start to fold forwards. Here, so as you fold forwards, if you can, you're going to rest the forehead on the floor. If it's not accessible, use a block, rest the forehead on the block. Okay, so block or no block. Nice. Now with your elbows behind your back again. So starting with bent elbows, hug your elbows inwards energetically, and then begin to straighten your arms as best as they can. Stretching your knuckles upwards towards the ceiling. Shoulders away from ears. Okay, keep your hips heavy on the mat, so not lifting the bum. Nice. Now release your hands. Still stay in a forward fold. Stretch both your hands to the front fold movement. Again, you could stay with forearms on the floor or take a more active variation. Lifting your elbows, lifting the forearms slightly as you press down through all 10 finger pads. If you choose, if you choose to do so, you might even close your eyes just for a few seconds. Take your time with eyes closed if you can. Just walk your hands back towards your body as you sit upright. Okay, so facing the front with eyes closed. You can either stay here with hands on knees or join me in Anjali Mudra, palms together to touch. And bringing the awareness back to this present moment on your mat, in your room or wherever you are. Gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the practice. And in the meantime, please stay safe and I'll see you guys same time, same place next Saturday. Have a great weekend ahead. Thank you.